In the top right side, we do have a blue Zerg fighting, of course, for the one and only Alpha X. It is the very own RAGNAROK. Doing a little drone trick there. Interesting, interesting. Alright, and in the bottom left side, we got a good gamer guy over here. It is, of course, the Red Protoss player. A previous member of Alpha X, we should add as well. Previous team members of one another. Let's see how this unfolds. It is. Nice. Let's see how these two will stack up against one another. Personally, I would assume RAGNAROK to be a little bit favored here, but that could just be biased out of coming out of my end for him being on Alpha X, of course. Trying out a little proxy hatchery here. 5 probes already on the line trying to do something about that. He's got a probe on the other side as well, making sure there's no expansions going up here. And RAGNAROK, he's got a spawning pool on the way, but it's not an incredibly quick spawning pool. Might finish up around the same time as this hatchery does, though, and it's going to be interesting to see what else he is planning. It looks like it will just be a macro build follow-up behind this, if I'm not mistaken. At least he's going to get another hatchery here. Ooh, is it going to get blocked? Close call, close call. It'd go the right way. Zealot here now as well. This hatchery, that is just not something you can really let stay alive there. Not going to go for an evolution chamber or anything like that. Crazy nonsense. Just gonna try to get a little bit of a scout off. Sees that the gas is already protected by the probe. Won't be able to steal that one. So both players kind of just looking to see where the other wants to take this one. Of course, Nice going to be thrown off a little bit here with his initial build. Having his expansion blocked, but we'll see how much that influences him. This drone not really meant for this place anymore. The Adept making sure of that one. This Nice can finally drop down attack building without anything being revealed instantaneously. Except for, of course, the Overlord. Overlord flying in right now. So RAGNAROK gonna be on top of things here. I'll know pretty much everything the moment he wants to. I'm seeing the Overlord already moved backwards, assuming, yeah, he got his eyes on that Stargate right there. As the Adept maneuvers across the map. Looking for what's happening in the base of RAGNAROK, of course. Don't know if he will commit with this Adept here now. Kind of want to just keep it around. Make sure you have a good idea of what type of army your opponent is going for. Seeing a lot of drones here, seeing more drones coming from the main base. That's a good sign for Nice. Means that nothing crazy is coming his way. No roadshell in or a baneling bust, anything of that sort. Most likely, right? If you're seeing your opponent making drones, that most likely means that he's just droning up. Could be an amazing ploy as well for RAGNAROK. If that was just like him emptying out his main base slowly but surely, trying to... Hey, look at this, I am droning. I am. Don't mind me. Of course we know that. It's not going on at all whatsoever. Overlord seems to have found safety already from the Void Ray. We'll have to see if that is something that sticks, of course, or if that Void Ray is going to have a little bigger look around and scoop up this whole entire area here. Find the Overlord eventually. Oracle comes in as well. 11 drones still just furiously making more and more worker bees over here in the base of RAGNAROK. Now, there's no spore crawlers just yet. It looks like there is one in the main base, and there's more than enough queens from the other locations. So, Oracle gonna struggle to get things done here. Zerglings just having a bit of an intermingling with those Adepts. Not that greatest friends, though. Probably not an enemy you would like to face if you are a Zergling yourself. The Oracle again, not getting anything done here. We will be having knights going up to a Skytos army architecture. We're still seeing queens being made, so if Ragnarok already is kind of on the case here, we could see him already prepping for one of those queen pushes, of course. Let's see, he has got 2, 2, and then 3 over here. Brings it up to 7, and he's still producing another one, going up to 8. Going down the drone count a little bit. Not helping him out there, but 5 workers. It's not amazing, but you know what? It's for not getting anything done before this moment in time. It's pretty good, right? Just the 2 adepts. That's the Spire coming up for Ragnarok. Had to cancel his 4th base with only the 2 Void Rays there. So that's really good for Nice as well. Gets a clean little strike on that one. A nice delay. We shouldn't use the word nice as much now, huh? It's always the case when you're casting a player like Nice. You'll hear his name come along quite often. Court is still alive as well. It's just kind of checking out the area, making sure that he knows what is happening over here. The 4 Void Rays did just reveal themselves in a way, so I guess he also has an overseer on top of the on top of the triple Stargate and the fleet beacon. Hard to imagine Ragnarok not knowing what is going on here. Still going up with more and more queens. We're up to 10 at this moment in time. 3 more being constructed or breeded. 3 more queens being bred. Is breeded a word? Is that the is that the proper way to say that? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But anyway, 4th base for Ragnarok has finally been established. 4th base for Nice, not too far apart. Of course, Ragnarok did manage to get his drone count up as quickly as he kind of could have hoped for. Does still require the base numbers as well in order to make use of all those workers, of course. If cancel comes through, that would be pretty massive. I don't think he will. Void Rays are there, the cannon with the shield battery as well, you know, potential overcharge available. That is just not a Nexus that's going to go down anytime soon. If it's only being attacked by Zerglings, definitely will need a bit of bigger firepower there. Something of a higher firepower caliber. Carriers would do the trick. Of course, not available for Ragnarok. The Corruptors could do the trick as well. Look at all those queens. Oh my god, is this going to be a queen push with just 21 Corruptors behind it? I feel like it might be. I very much feel like it might be. The Disruptor is going to be pretty strong here as well. Unfortunately, he only has 1 so far. A second Disruptor is coming in, which should help out a ton. Of course, with the 2 Disruptors, you will be able to one-shot those queens. If you have the Void Rays and the Carriers there as well, if you're quick enough. With the targeting, you will be able to target down the weakened queens as well, I would say. Here we go. It's going to be a big fight. The Zerglings already on top of that Disruptor. Oh my, nice. I think just friendly fire on one of those Disruptors there. Unfortunately, that is a big deal. That was one of the most useful units he has right now. And one of those units that's going to have to try and dig himself out of this hole with. But now it is just an... quite a mess. Those Void Rays are gonna have a lot of work cut out for them. There's the overcharged queens are with the Corruptors though. Nice Disruptor shot. 1 more remains there, of course. Another one coming out of the Robo any time now. To be fair, Ragnarok not really being able to get rid of too many flying units just quite yet, but the overcharge has left the building, and that means the Corruptors are free to engage once again. Queens helping out, Zerglings coming on through, and GG is called. Ragnarok has that on lockdown. That was not much Nice could do in that situation. In the bottom right side, that is that blue Zerg. 1 point on the scoreboard so far. He's in the blue color. RAGNAROK. In the bottom left side there, B. A Protoss in waiting. A red Protoss to be precise, hailing from Taiwan. Will he be able to crush the opposition this time around? It is Good Game Gaming's. Nice. The strongest player of the Taiwanese region. Unless maybe Haas, maybe the second strongest player from the Taiwanese region. It's always hard to say between those two. Keeps jumping back and forth, but last time I paid attention to it, Nice was the better player. Or at least he managed to get more victories under his belt than Haas did. There's the probes looking around. Sees the third base unnatural taken. RAGNAROK a little bit early with putting all his boys on the gas there. Well, slightly bit quicker. Sometimes you see just going for the 16 drones on the minerals first, of course, and then into the gas, but just trying to get it a little bit sooner this time around. Going for a very quick third base as well, though. I want to be relying on the speed upgrade rather than queens for defense here quite early on. Drone's got a long distance to walk, of course, towards that unnatural base right now. We are getting ourselves to Stargates. Overlord so far. Not managed to see anything. Still a big gap in that wall as well. Would imagine nothing's going to come out of that though. Circlings. Ooh, good catch there by Nice. Sending a unit both ways, trying to ensure that he gets anything trying to run by, but unfortunately for him, one circling does manage to gain access here. There is still a probe. Oh, look at that. Wonderful stuff. Tidy wall will not make it easy for RAGNAROK. RAGNAROK will have to investigate with the Overlord right now. See how that goes. Ooh. And the probe gets out. Wasn't expecting that. 10 circlings on the way. Need to catch the 2 adepts here. For too many drones to fall. There's only 2 circlings here. There's no... Okay, there is a queen now, but that's a... could be a potential lot of drone kills, but there we are. The adept already caught. RAGNAROK once again on top of things. Only a single drone there. Pretty good. I thought that was going to be more. I thought for a moment that could have been quite a couple of them, actually. Especially for the early parts of the game. The Zerglings do manage to withhold this for now. He's got a good patch of Zerglings though. Like, maybe a little bit too many for the state in which the game is in right now. I tried to make something happen across the map here. The Oracle will do the same, of course. These Zerglings. Well, let's see if it was a worthy investment so far already. Doing a pretty good job, I'd say. 4 probes there. Getting a full access into the main base as well. That's a very important thing. Getting this scout off. I guess he already kind of knew about the Void Race, right? Or he would have any time now seeing the Void Race going hunting for the... Oh, wow, there he gets out with 3 of them as well. Good effort, though, with that probe in the main door, trying to block them in. Just couldn't make it happen. Just barely couldn't make it happen. But yeah. Means RAGNAROK is going to be feeling fairly safe for the moment. Droning up a little bit. May want to invest into a couple more queens and then decide whether or not he wants to try his hand once more at one of those queen pushes. Definitely a lot less queens available this time around, so I don't know if he still wants to go for it, especially because we're only having one queen on the production tab. And then again, that lair is coming up once more. You know, seeing a quite a how do you call this? Single-minded direction creep tumor coming around, trying to find its way to the Protoss base. Void Race on their way once again to try and get a cancel on this 4th base, and looks like they will be able to manage that once more. Or at least kill the drone that was planning to do something with it, perhaps. RAGNAROK was spending his money once again, making more queens here. No Spire, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, no Spire. Just making Overseers. Sorry. Has managed to evacuate that area. Doesn't really get any drones, but you know what? In the end, 6 drones in total. 14 link skill, 2 overlords. It's okay. Doesn't put him anywhere ahead. I don't think it puts him anywhere behind either. Didn't manage to get a cancellation on the 4th base this time around. Did kill the drone though, trying to become a 3rd base, so... I mean, in a way that is a delay, right? Although, RAGNAROK didn't have 300 minerals in the bank when it happened, so... minimal delay. Well, this is already a hive tech coming up? Already going for the hive tech here very quickly on 7-minute hive. A lot of Hydralisk. You're seeing Nice this time around once again going for the carriers together with the robotics support bay here. Most likely just gonna go try his hand for a bit of those disruptors once more. Overseer and Changeling in the main base of the Protoss right now. There are 2 carriers about to be ready, so if there is a Nidus network about to be available in that main base, that should be targeted down rather quickly. Let's see if that timing here works out for Nice, or if those 2 units are going to be a little bit too far away. Have to wait and see. Wow, okay. Let's just bring the whole gang along. That is a big attack of Hydralisk right now. The Overseer on the top side, kind of keeping things hidden. But yeah, I guess you don't have to rely solely on the Nidus network. You could just bring in the Nidus network later down the line as a reinforcing mechanism. Which is very cool, because the one weakness of the Nidus network is really the moment when it's not available yet. So if you just have a massive squad of Hydralisk just dropped on your opponent's base, just like this could be quite devastating indeed. Do we have any single disruptor just yet? Yes, we do. There's a single disruptor. Unfortunately, he will have to get that shot up on top of this ramp. There's no creep just yet, so it's going to be incredibly devastating for the queens to try and micro around, but only one Hydralisk gets shot by that disruptor. So very good job so far by RAGNAROK. And it looks like perhaps we'll have ourselves another slaughtering here by this blue Zerg. This comes up. Look at all that creep here now. It's going to be a lot easier for those Hydralisk and queens to trade efficiently against the disruptors. Another disruptor shot right there does land onto the queens this time around. Transfuse is available though. As Nice has to just kind of look onwards, losing his main base. No way he is going to be able to push up on top of that main ground here. 2 more Hydras go down. RAGNAROK could decide to evacuate this location or reinforce. And yeah, just keeps reinforcing. There were more units coming out from the top side as well. A couple of Hydralisk there denying the main base. What other strategies, though, would we anticipate out of Nice here, you know? would be an incredibly hard choice to make in this situation, right? You want to go with that air toss. You want to try to get yourself in that late game, but you're up against a man who continuously figures out that what you're doing, and then just comes in with timing attacks that do mangle your build. And I do mean mangle. There's not much left of you, usually, when those queens come pushing in. Little adept that comes in, sees the natural base as well, and is being blocked. Very careful placement of that queen. Keeps it all secret and safe. Nothing to threat so far. The second adept still in the wall, so most likely not going to go for any drone kills here. There's the Stargate once again as well. I wonder if Nice is trying to keep those adepts alive now, not letting them die for a couple of drone kills, hoping to be a bit more ready for this. I mean, he didn't really get attacked by Zerglings all that much. Here and there was a little bit of a poke, right? Just to figure out what was going on. It felt like mostly, though. To be fair, 4 to 5 probes did fall. And that is a nasty thing to have happen for a Protoss player. And again, he's on 3 Nexus, you know? If in any time you're allowed to lose 4 probes as a Protoss, it's when you got yourself 3 Nexus. RAGNAROK's been absolutely on top of defending against these oracles as well, though. That has to be said. Like, I don't think I've seen a single oracle get a drone kill yet. That is super impressive. He's just got his queens in the right place. He's responding with them at the right time. He's target firing. He's got the single spore crawler. He's being very careful. He's not over defending either. It is really good stuff. You know, as good as you could hope for. Still just droning up. We see a Roach Warren. We see more Stargates coming in again. This might be a little bit of a repeat. Of course, RAGNAROK mixing it up here and there. This time around coming in with a Roach Warren rather than a quicker lair. There's still a quick lair coming in, actually. See what he plans to do with it this time around. Feels pretty cool though, that this strategy here. What's this drone doing? Are we gonna get a hatchery here? Are we gonna get a reinforcing hatchery here? Oh, Oracle, Oracle, Oracle! Oracle, no! Why? That's a shame. That's a shame. 2 Void Rays. The new Oracle. That is right. They've taken over. They got hired for the job. Why? Well, they have a bit more HP, that's for sure. And they killed some workers already. Another Void Ray here on the right side. He's missing his Void Ray partner. Let's hope that's going to be okay. Let's hope that's going to be okay. There's no Stargate just yet. The Robo Support Bay ain't quite there yet either. But all these different all-ins coming in together from RAGNAROK. That drone's still there as well, by the way. Is he planning to just drop down and hatchery right here so he can start spreading creep? What's going on with this little drone there? Very interesting. Only 4 queens this time around. More queens are still participating, but Nice, not even gonna try to have this happen with his front door disabled. Apparently didn't feel like he has much chance anymore of survival. Could be a quick series here, guys. Could be an incredibly quick series. Alright, another probe. Marching across, hopefully going to get the block on that hatchery, of course. Bottom left side, there he is. The red Protoss player. Who could use all the support he can right now. This is a man on his last legs. Needs to reverse all sweep at this point. 4 victories in a row. That's on the agenda for Nice right now. That's what we put on his calendar. Let's hope he makes it into a reality. It is. Good game gamings. Nice. Top right side, his opponent. The man just bullying him so far in this series. It's the Blue Zerg, the South Korean RAGNAROK. From Alpha X, of course. I knew that. I knew he's from Alpha X. I'm quite familiar with Alpha X, I would say. Pretty familiar. I've heard of them. I've heard of them, that's for sure. Going over the back to tanks. These back to tanks. Are these Super Saiyans from the StarCraft 2 universe? Is this what they look like here? Are they called back to tanks there? I think that's like a Star Wars and a Dragon Ball Z reference. I just mixed up in between one another. If it is, that was on purpose, of course. If it wasn't, then that was also on purpose. Man, nice. He's got to be feeling incredibly rough right now, right? Like, what are you supposed to do? This is clearly the build that he's been practicing oh so hard. He wants to make it work at least once, but he's just not getting the chance. Getting shot down ever so quickly again and again and again. In 3 different mannerisms as well. It's gotta be feeling rough. Gotta be feeling rough. It's like one of those moments where, you know, you studied up all night practicing for a test, and then you get to where you have to take the test, and then it's like suddenly people ask you like, "Oh yeah, did you read the chapter about that? That was a difficult chapter." And you're like, "Wait a moment, what chapter? What's this about? I didn't know there was this chapter." Yeah, it's right to the other chapter. That's right over here." And you're like, "Wait, oh, that's another chapter?" I just studied the index, really. Or something like that, you know? That similar feeling where you feel like you're prepared, you feel like you got it all, and then just, like, 3 things in a row are just like, well, no, you're not prepared at all. It's a horrendous feeling. Which probably mostly happened to me because I'm one of those people that doesn't pay attention to certain things at times, you know? But anyway, I know how you feel, Nice, in a weird way, I guess. Let's see. 2 adepts this time are gonna go into the base. 2 drones so far. Not a lot of Zerglings here. Might be able to pick up a couple more. But it's getting close to losing one of those adepts. Trying to block off the path with the other adept. A valiant effort, but might be able to get a couple more here with the single adept. Can he do it? Come on, target it. Good targeting. And one more is available. Oracle comes in as well. Status trap. A little bit of extra. Just chaos, I suppose. Doesn't manage to get a good connection there, but 4 drones do fall. Which I believe is about as good as we've seen so far from the early game out of Nice, right? He still has the Oracle. He did lose the 2 adepts, but killed 4 drones. 2 Zerglings also. Looks like he will be able to set up for a quick early 3rd base here. 3 adepts available. Oracle available. I didn't go for the Void Ray opening this time around, so I guess, you know, with a bit more aggression in that early game, not gonna have as many Void Rays, but then, to be fair, it didn't seem like RAGNAROK was really struggling against Void Rays anyway. Getting a queen there, that is really cool actually. Seeing Nice trying to target down queens here with those oracles now that they're still in low number and on low energy as well. Not that much transfuse available. It's Nice. Look at this, 7 adepts no, wait. Never mind. I miscounted. That is 20. 20 adepts coming in here. A very opportunistic time. Is this gonna work? If he manages to just kill like 2-3 queens, I think you're gonna be happy as nice here. He didn't get any of that. But he forced out a lot of zerglings, which I would say I would have to be... Oh dear, that is not good. Yeah, alright, so I'm not sure what he was anticipating there. It looked like he was, you know, trying to force units, and then he's like, haha, I forced you to make units. And then he was like, but maybe I can get drone kills anyway. And then he goes in. I guess that must have been the initial thought, right? Trying to get some drone damage here before Ragnarok turns up the army units key. So definitely adjustments coming out of nice with a lot of gateways in the production tab. +1 attack and blink coming in. This amount of sentries here with this ground force, Ragnarok should be aware that he is not playing against the same thing he was playing against before. However, of course, you could still attempt the aggression here. With this amount of sentries, though, making a queen push happen, incredibly difficult, of course. Has to keep that into consideration. And now... there's a couple of sport crawlers. Doesn't get any drones here, unfortunately. And now, oh my, oracles! Oracles, no! No, Oracle, not that way! Oh, Oracle! Oh, that is... Oracle! Why? I'm feeling very emotionally attached to the oracles today, guys. But to be fair, that was excruciating to watch, you know. It's like, no, please! Turn around! Wait for a recall! Fly across the edge of the map! Something like that, but... that's a shame. Alright. Entirely different game this time around. But still with the same principles in mind for the late game, it looks like for nice, I would say, right? Attempting to add in more Stargates right now. Still was producing the weapons upgrades also, I believe, for the air weapons. No, I'm pretty sure he was making it at some point in time. Look at this. Ooh, that is a fancy catch right there. Mutalisk, beware. We got Phoenix on the field right now. Can't quite finish off that fourth Mutalisk, but he did manage to get 3 of them. Very clean there for nice. Some good fortune finally heading his way. This is the best he's been in so far, I feel like, in this series. We're in the best case scenario so far. He's not just gonna die to Rook when he's playing Scissors this time, you know? So, ooh, is he gonna try this? Is he gonna try this? Or is he just gonna force out some units once again? I'm not entirely sure. Because he moved back incredibly quickly. It's like he moved out. Ragnarok realized he was moving out and then he moved back. That makes me think it might be a real push. Right? That is an open door. Yeah, that is a very, very open door, and that is an exposed nexus. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a warp-in trying to be completed, and a couple of production facilities now busted down. The main door of Ragnarok, he seems to have got himself a couple of lurkers. So I think he'll lose a base, and then that's going to be the end of that. On the other side of the map, of course, well, there's more stuff going on here. That Nexus, I'm not sure if we're going to get that, are you? No, sirree. Good warp in there with the Zealots, also making sure there's no escape. Those Zerglings better be targeting now that Nexus. There we go. So both players are trading at base. Does feel like more drones went down than probes, though. And again, the Zerg still on the full base here, going back up to the 5. Near max production, or sorry, max supply. Probably doesn't feel too worried about it. No, sir. He's even investing in spore crawlers, right? Sacrificing more workers here in order to prepare for that later part of the game. Still anticipating the air switch here, I would imagine. Same goes for me. I'm still anticipating that air switch out of nice as well. So far, not really committing to it just yet. Still going for just the ground weapons. Archon charge lots with a lot of sentries here. Of course, he's got blink as well. To be fair. Roaches get a cancellation on this base right there. The Phoenix with the War Prism got scouted by a Overlord. More roaches on this side as well. Trying to find an angle onto the mineral line. Nice, not gonna worry too much about this. Oh no! Oh, that was 2 Archons. That was 2 Archons that just died in that War Prism. That is horrible. I suppose there was a lot going on, but at the same time, you're shooting that Overlord with the Phoenix, right? That is... I guess he didn't notice he was flying over an Overlord, so I would imagine. Otherwise, you would have to pay more attention to that War Prism. You know you have to pay more attention to that War Prism. You can't just let it fly in without your eyeballs escorting it into the right area. And there's 2 Lurkers here. And look at this as well. Getting another Nidus Worm in here. And now stacking up those Zealots. War Prism this time around does find its way in. But shut down. RAGNAROK on the case. Protoss army strung out quite heavily. But I don't think that will matter too much. Can get a regroup going here. Awkward moments. Can they still burrow in time here, you think? If he had done it, I think they would have, right? I guess they would have been picked up again. So why waste your time and energy on it as RAGNAROK? Especially with bigger battles to fight. This one right here. The Lurker Hydra battle versus those force fields, really. Protoss army reinforcements. Not the greatest angle of attack right there. Having a rough time of it. And now again more units for Nice is kind of getting caught out. Jumping on every which opportunity as Nidus now works on random locations on the map now, putting up more and more just bothersome attacks here for Nice to try and deal with. So far, there we go. There is a carrier. We got 2 of them now, a 3rd one on the way. I believe it's 2 of them. Yep, 2 of them. Storm's coming in as well. There's no real air weapon upgrade. Well, he's got the 1 air weapon upgrade. Another one not yet on the way. I think it might be a little bit too little too late though. Unless if... Nice, kills everything here. But, well... He just walked his army into a bunch of Lurkers right there. Which were nicely set up there for RAGNAROK. You have to give him that. He's at the right place at the right time with those Lurkers. That's... no question about that. Nice tries to do the counter attack, but it is unsuccessful. GG is called. RAGNAROK wins game number 4 as well. Gets the clean sweep. And a full-blown victory is given to our Alpha X boy. Well played.